Hello, welcome to the EFT tapping meeting. Today we'll be discussing one point, which is the eyebrow point. So the eyebrow point in the EFT tapping series or round is right at the edge of the eyebrow closest to the nose. So this point you can tap with any amount of fingers, so as long as you're tapping light enough that you are not hurting yourself. So what happens when we tap on the eyebrow point? The eyebrow point, tapping here, releases mental fixation and emotional stagnation. So what does that mean? Mental fixation is when we are obsessively thinking about something over and over again, whether that is the worst case scenario. I've been there where I've been so focused on what the worst case scenario is. And honestly, that is just an old programming way of thinking. It might have kept us safe in the past before. And so, really, when this happens, obsessive thoughts, in a way, you can ask yourself, what am I protecting myself from? When you tap on this point, why am I so obsessively thinking about this? How is this serving me? Because we always do what is best for us. And so even this mental fixation, asking yourself, how has this been serving me? And the fact that you are questioning it now, the fact that you are aware of it, means maybe you are ready to let it go. Maybe you are ready to find a different way to protect yourself. So, releases mental fixation and emotional stagnation. So, one thing EFT tapping does is it releases the stuck emotions in our body. And these meridian points are mainly where these emotions get stuck. And so, when we tap here, we release this emotional stuckness or stagnation where emotions are not moving. Emotion literally is energy in motion. And when energy is stuck, let's say your electrical wire, if energy is stuck, electricity is not going to flow through to your, charging your phone or turning on the light or even turning on the gas. Emotion is energy in motion. It needs to be moving. It needs to be flowing. Example, our blood or our oxygen in our body. If it gets stuck, it creates problem for ourselves. If electricity is stuck behind the wall, it creates problems for our things. Similarly, when our emotions are stuck, this is how physical diseases occur. So tapping here allows for the flow of the emotions. And so that's why it's normal when we are tapping. Sometimes we cry, right? Sometimes we are reminded of traumatic events. Sometimes things we never even thought of or haven't thought of in a long time appears because that is what was stuck and now it is flowing again and it is moving. And the best part is when we tap, we are also sending signals to the amygdala. The amygdala is the part of the brain that is in charge of fight, flight, freeze, fawn responses. And while we tap, it tells the amygdala, hey amygdala, I am safe. Okay, don't send those signals because I am safe. And the amygdala calms down. So while we are able to dig up all this past stuff that has happened to us, while we're able to allow these emotions to move, we are also telling our system, I am safe. And so it's easier to face whatever that has been stuck in the past. And if anything is stuck, that's okay. That is so normal. Again, that is our really wise and loving way to protect ourselves. Unfortunately, these causes issues in the future. And so again, while you are tapping, that's just another way you are protecting yourself and loving yourself to allow them to flow. It's okay that they were stuck, you know. It was just our loving way, it was just what we knew, and now we're learning something better. We can flow. So, what else does the eyebrow point do when we tap into it? It calms the nervous system. even though all point really calms the nervous system, but this is a little bit more focused to calm the nervous system. So if you feel like you're about to have a panic attack, if you feel like you're really nervous or you're just having this anxiety, get your fingers, tap on this point. Even a few taps will make a difference. It will, at the very least, help you ask for help, help you realize, what do I need right now to feel even calmer? Or you can just continue tapping and it will help you calm down too. This point, eyebrow point, also relieves mental exhaustion and depression. I personally found tapping because I was depressed, super depressed for maybe about a year. And my mom taught me, hey, there's this thing called EFT tapping, just tap. I didn't know anything about it. I was desperate to try anything. I tried it, and it helped me cry. My depression was a state of numbness. I couldn't feel anything except sadness, but I couldn't express it either. And tapping just helped me cry and cry and cry. But at the end of my session, and I didn't even follow anyone, I didn't even look on YouTube, I would just tap on these points, I would feel better. It helped relieve this depression and this mental exhaustion of not being able to just express all these feelings, express all this sadness. I was tired of being depressed. If you've ever felt that, tired of an emotion, that's also mental exhaustion, you know? It's also having to think of so many things. I have to do laundry, I have to cook, I have to work, I have to take care of the kids, I have to clean, I have to go help my friend, I have to fix the car. I have so many things, we go through today, in today's age, so much stuff. On top of that, we have our cell phones, right? Our cell phones keep our minds so busy. Of course, we're going to feel exhausted. It is normal, and that's okay. But you don't have to suffer from this exhaustion. You can tap, just tap on this eyebrow point, or do the whole tapping session. It will relieve so many stressors, so many stuck emotions, so many emotions that's just hard to feel. So tapping here relieves mental exhaustion and depression. Now let's go to the physical aspect of it. Tapping on this point taps into our bladder meridian. So the eyebrow equals bladder meridian. What is the function of the bladder? It removes liquid waste from the body. So if we're just like stuck emotions causes stuck physical stuff inside of us. And so that stuckness, it's sometimes maybe hard to urinate. Or if you have excessive urination, tapping here will help with that. I love Louise Hay's bladder affirmation. She says, I love my bladder. I am at peace with my thoughts and emotions. I am at peace with all those around me. No person, place, or thing has any power over me, for I am the only power in my mind. I choose the thoughts that keep me serene, and I lovingly and willingly release all old patterns and behaviors that no longer serve me. So when we're tapping here and we're helping our bladder, we are also helping our body release what no longer serves us and to stay in peace with our thoughts and emotions. There are many times when maybe I'm anxious about what someone is thinking of me, or, there's just this anxiety or people pleasing behavior. I calm down, I tap on this point, and I say that bladder affirmation from Louise Hay. I say it so much, I memorized it because it helps me so much, especially the line, no person, no place, no thing has any power over me, for I am the only thinker in my mind. And that just brings this soothing calm and peace in me. and I'm able to release what no longer serves me, which is fear of other people's thoughts about me, fear of other people's opinions about me, because I don't need that. It's not serving me, it's not helping me, and I would like to let it go. So tapping here will help with that, the eyebrow point. Some symptoms of imbalance would be stiffness in the neck and shoulders. So if you wake up one day and you've got a stiff neck, grab your hand and tap on the eyebrow point. I used to face stiffness in my neck for months. When I'd wake up one day and I'd feel that stiffness, oh, I get so depressed. I realize, oh my God, I'm gonna have this pain for months. But when I found tapping and Louise Hay's affirmations, and I started tapping, my stiff neck would be gone by the end of the day, if not in a few hours, if not in a few minutes. I kid you not, from days, weeks, months of stiff neck to minutes, hours, maybe one day. It is pure magic. If your stiff neck is chronic, stiff neck and shoulders, don't give up. Keep tapping. It's just a lot of stuck emotions there, and maybe it just needs more time to release. Just keep tapping. And then some other symptoms of imbalance would be headaches, back pains, and all other urinary diseases. Emotionally, an imbalance of bladder energy is caused by feelings of anger and an inability to express emotions. In this book, Heal Your Body by Louise Hay, she does say bladder is caused by anger. And with a lot of childhood trauma that I've faced, and a lot of people I know that have faced it, anger is a common emotion. And in a way, we can look at anger as a very loving way of telling us what happened was not okay. But keeping this anger, storing it inside of us, that's what causes us the pain. Feeling the anger and letting it go is the loving part of it. Holding on to it doesn't serve us. And so, again, tapping the eyebrow point will help release feelings of anger. And if you feel like you're not ready to let go of the anger, that's okay. Feel your anger. Tap and say, I feel angry. I have every right to be angry, because you probably do, right? But you also have every right to be free of it. And whenever you are ready, your higher wisdom, your higher self will tell you, will make you feel like, you know what? I think it feels good now to let it go. So don't force yourself to feel good. That's not what tapping is about. Tapping is about feeling your feelings in the most authentic possible way and then being free from it. Because as important emotions are, we don't want to be controlled by them. We want to live our lives free. And so that's where tapping comes in. And of course, please do make sure to check with your physician or your doctor if you're having any chronic physical pain or any physical pain. Tapping is supposed to help you with it. It is not supposed to replace any physician or doctor sessions or whatever you call them. It's supposed to support it, not replace it. So thank you so much for listening. That was the bladder point, which taps into the, sorry, that was the eyebrow point, which taps into the bladder point. Thank you.